Hello everyone, welcome back to the final big trip to the Goodwill bargain bins of 2024 and maybe the last thrift store find of the year as well, we will see. And thankfully for the last time out, I was hoping we could go out with a bang and certainly did. This is a huge video and lots of great stuff, unbelievable. Starting off with video games, something that again don't find very frequently, especially not in this kind of quantity. They're all Xbox One sports games. It's, a bunch of different years of FIFA and NBA and Madden, whatever, but they are all in here. They're all in fantastic condition, and just this whole huge stack, so I couldn't pass them up, even though they're sports games. That was an easy grab. And then we have 2K20 PS4 and Borderlands 2 for the 360. A handful of Blu-rays, and we'll get into the tons of DVDs and a lot of really interesting books and stuff this time. Really some cool old stuff. We have The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey, War Room, Escape Plan, The Extractors. We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. I very vaguely remember this on VHS. I don't think I've ever seen it since then. Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder, and The Blind Side. Now let's get started with the DVDs. Dug out someone's entire collection of the Hallmark Hall of Fame Gold Crown Collector's DVDs. Huge stack. This was someone's definitely their collection. There were also a ton of the VHS. Weren't really any that I wanted to grab there as well, and it looked like they were collecting all the VHS and then stopped when it transitioned to DVD and then started finishing off with all the DVDs. So tons of those. These are all ones I'm going to have to kind of look up individually and kind of probably watch a few. I think it's always fun. You have The Locket, The Love Letter, Candles on Bay Street, Loving Leah, Courageous Heart of Irina Sendler. The other thing too is you never know some of these, like what actors or actresses you're going to find. You're like, hey, I never knew they were in something like that. In From the Night, Love is Never Silent, The Russell Girl, Riding the Bus with My Sister, Sweet Nothing in My Ear, The Magic of Ordinary Days, Promise, Crossroads, A Story of Forgiveness, and A Dog Named Christmas. And then we also grabbed a bunch of MASH, including the original movie, seasons 1, 2, 4, 5, one of my personal favorite seasons, 7, 9, and this is a really cool set with Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. This is a set that I have. It's a multi-disc set of the final episode, plus a ton of special features, documentaries, all kinds of stuff. And I really like this sticker on that because one of the things I grew up with. Recommended by TV Land, here for the TV generation. That's really cool. Complete second season of Rain, VeggieTales, It's a Meaningful Life, Annie, the 80s one, Planes, A Very Thomas Christmas, The Smurfs, True Blue Friends, Bambi 2, some more VeggieTales, Heroes of the Bible, Mickey Saves Santa, and some Curious George, The Lady and the Highwayman, The Beekeeper, Kelly's Heroes, Cheyenne, Oklahoma, Singing in the Rain, Chocolate, The Quick and the Dead, Blazing Saddles, The Sixth Day, Protocol, Goldie Hawn, one that I actually want to watch, The Sea is Watching. And then from PBS we have Birds of the Gods, PBS documentary, Memoirs of a Geisha, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 3, Daddy's Home 1 and 2 collection, 2012, Prophecy or Panic, Private Benjamin, Ghost in the Shell, the live action movie. I've never watched this. I really like the original movie and the manga as well. Never saw this, only heard bad things, but curious what you think of that if you've seen it before. West Side Story, a 35 episode collection of Johnny Carson, Late Night Legend, Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, Jumanji, Sleepless in Seattle, Mysterious Island. I remember watching this over and over again. My wife said the same thing on the Sci-Fi Channel. I feel like this was running all the time. Dumbo, the live action one, Casablanca, and It Happened One Night, two great classic movies back to back. And then we have The Princess Bride, Elizabeth, The Golden Age, Paul the Apostle, Jerusalem, a Gather Gospel series, Sin City, Little Nicky, American Psycho, the uncut version, Harlem Nights, The Last Dragon, Blade Runner, the director's cut, the old Warner Snapper case version, and City of the Drummer with Jonathan Cross. Then on VHS we have This Is Spinal Tap, On the Waterfront, a sealed copy of The Miracle of Life, a Nova classic documentary. This is pretty interesting. Amanda found these. We have, what does it say here? Original Magic from Germany. Alexander Dekova treasures a 3 VHS volume selection of this guy doing magic tricks. Looks like filming himself doing it in like a basement or something. It looks, we're actually going to watch some of these. We have to test them anyway, so could be funny. But definitely one of the oddities from today. We have Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat Comes Back. From the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, Greatest Show on Earth home video series. I've seen these occasionally. You have Be a Clown. And related to that, Amanda also grabbed, she said, this is going to be a fun little project for you. That's what she thought of. And of course, this Casio Pocket Color television. That's really cool, and no corrosion in the battery case and whatever, and so not like we're really gonna be able to pick up much of anything, if anything at all. You never know, even though there's no like professional broadcasts anymore for UHF or VHF, whatever. You never know where you're gonna pick up, so could be interesting and a fun little project TV as well. I like tinkering with stuff like that. Then moving into, I guess we'll do the music and then get into all the books, just tons of that stuff. Some cassettes with Sadie Promise. One of both of our favorites, Aqua Aquarium, The Lion King soundtrack, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Come On, Come On, some Fleetwood Mac, a couple of CDs. We have Rob Zombie's Carnival of Souls, Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack, some Smash Mouth, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer soundtrack, and Angels of the Sea. And got a few records as well. Been picking up more of those recently, just been finding better stuff. But we have Primitive Love, some George Benson. We have Living Inside Your Love. And this one I think is a gatefold, yep. And the Honey Drippers. As well as some of these 45s, these Decca record releases. We have Ink Spots, Moonglow, Lionel Hampton, and Al Jolson. Then getting into the books, just tons of kids' books. Just pull a couple ones to look at here, but one big stack, another huge stack, and a few more, just a whole bunch of a variety, stuff that you get whole collections of, Curious George, whatever, different reading levels, all that kind of thing. And then a few old ones that were really cool. You have The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy and the Wizard. Some good like individual ones. We have A Little Cowboy's Christmas, Happy Jack, and I Can Read book. And I didn't realize that the I Can Read series, that specific series was this old. And this one was actually, when did this one come out? I think it was 70s, 79. I thought those were a little more recent than that. I haven't come across quite as many like of that age. And this is cool. This is one that I had as a kid. I had the paperback version though, but we have from the Little Golden Books, the Heroic Champions series, Masters of the Universe, Maze of Doom. So some classic He-Man in beautiful condition. So that was really cool to see. Always nice to find those. And a bunch of book collections as well. We have The Complete Adventures of the Borrowers set. Some Beatrix Potter. Found 1.5 sets of these. Found these box sets for little kids. Used to see Beatrix Potter stuff all the time. I don't see much anymore. I wonder if it's not a thing, but I used to see all kinds of glassware and like little kids sets, like really tiny spoons and forks and little bowls and things, and storybooks. But that was a thing I remember as a kid. But this is a series of 1 through 23 2 complete box sets of stories, and then randomly found another set of the 13 to 23, not the first half, just the second one, but these are really great little kids storybooks, as well as a few Simpsons comics. This hardcover collection from the Hogwarts Library, this 3-book set. We have Quidditch Through the Ages, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and The Tales of Beetle the Bard. It's kind of a nice little box set for a fan of Harry Potter. This really cool collection of Dune books. A ton here. We have Dune, Heretics of Dune, Chapter House, God Emperor, Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, an interesting cover design as well. These have been released so many millions of times, but this complete set was sitting in there as well. That was really cool. And this really nice hardcover Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, The Celebrated Cases of Sherlock Holmes. This is a really pretty set for Sherlock Holmes. And then a ton more paperbacks to go through, a few more hardcovers and stuff, but all kinds of things. We have Blood Trinity, Night Play, all of these, Sherilyn, Kenyon, The Guardian, Sins of the Night, Kiss of the Night, Seize the Night, and Deadly Promises, as well as 13 Men Who Changed the World, Shaded Vision. Berserker Base, looks like interesting sci-fi. David Eddings' Demon Lord of Karanda, Book 3 of the Malloy. Never heard of the series. I read some David Eddings, never heard of that particular series. Novelization of Caretaker, the premiere of Voyager. Some Carrie Vaughn, Kitty Raises Hell. Terry Pratchett, Guards, one of the Supernatural books. Douglas Adams, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. Some Anne Rice, Lasher, A Caress of Twilight, Atlantis Betrayed, Atlantis Redeemed, The Vampire in Atlantis, interesting mix, Coyote's Mate, Mercury's War, Navarro's Promise and Bangle's Heart, Styx's Storm, Vampires Are Forever But Is Love, Single White Vampire, okay, Born to Bite, these are really funny, Bite Me If You Can, another different cover of the Single White Vampire, Vampire Interrupted. I love how these are all just quirky takes on some actual movie titles. Those are all really funny. A Quick Bite, Hungry for You, The Renegade Hunter, The Immortal Hunter. And then we have Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, a vintage Iron Man super thriller, Steel Terror, some Lizzie McGuire, Broken Hearts, A Botanist's Guide to Parties and Poisons, The Prince, the Princess, and the Perfect Murder, Edge of Extinction, some Felicity, 3 Times as Naughty, some hardcover, some Laura Lee, Heatseeker, Blackjack, more of these Atlantis books. We have Atlantis Unmaxed. And then we have a Toby Peters mystery, He Done Her Wrong. Never read the book. I've seen the movie with Mae West, but interesting to see her on the cover there. It's cool. Never read the book. And then we have one good vintage book find. I always kind of look for really old or antique books. Anything it's cool to find and look through. But we have An Old Sweetheart of Mine by James Whitcomb Riley. And that was everything from today. Tons of stuff. Very happy, especially being the final time of the year. Would have been disappointing if it went and it was one of those kind of dud days, but nope, went and it was a fantastic day. So thank you for joining me, and tons more of this stuff hopefully to come in the new year.